Hey everybody, Happy New Year. Welcome back to my channel. To all of my 267, who's that at the door?
If you like this video, then like.
Let's try this again. Happy New Year. Welcome back to my channel. To all of my 267 subscribers, thank you for being here. Thank you to all the ones that actually click on the videos. Thank you to the ones that actually watch the whole videos. Thank you to the ones that leave comments. I don't care if it's negative, positive, whether we agree, whether we disagree, but I do appreciate more than anything are the ones that leave a like button and the ones that explain their position. I like it when people leave comments and they actually explain why they feel the way that they do. Whether I agree with it or not, I appreciate you because you're a real one. Now, on to the story of a UK teen who was graped, virtual reality. The UK authorities are trying to find a way to prosecute. They're trying to find a way to even investigate, and what the steps would be to that. I would assume you'd have to use the FBI in order to get IP addresses to be able to track physical addresses and whatnot. But I think what's more troubling is seeing online people's reactions towards it, saying that if this was happening, all she had to do was remove the headset. This is true. This is a valid statement. If something negative is happening online, you can easily log off. You can easily remove and disconnect, unplug, if you will. But I want you to imagine the type of people who are gamers and how gaming is a form of escapism, just like reading books, just like watching television, just like using social media. You've had a long day at work. She was a teen. She's probably had a long day at school. She might not be in the in crowd. She may not have a full social calendar. And the one thing that she's looking forward to is being able to transform into a caricature online and just relax and be in her element and feel 100% comfortable. Because there's already so many things that young girls and boys have to deal with coming of age. They're finding out who they are. They're learning the ways of the world. They're realizing a lot of stuff that their parents told them ain't true. They're realizing that a lot of stuff their parents told them is true and they fucking around and finding out. So just imagine, hormones crazy, you might not be that popular at school. The one thing you look forward to, you get online, you do it, and then you're violated. I know that I wouldn't want that for my daughter. And I would want off with their heads if somebody did that to my child. I don't care if it's in real life or if it's online. Because sexual assault via internet is part of cyberbullying, and it is against the law, and it should be punishable. My bigger issue is that what we think and what we act out and what we type becomes part of who you are. And if you continue to do that online and regurgitate things in your head, replay certain things in your head, and now you're acting it out online, sooner or later you're going to be doing it in real life, especially if you get away with it. If you're able to get away with things being hidden and covert, oftentimes the mind plays tricks on us, and we get a higher thinking of ourselves and what we actually are, and we think that we're fooling people when really we're not. And a lot of times that ego and that pride takes over to where we think, well, shit, maybe I could do this in real life. And I'm not even just talking about young boys or men doing this stuff online. Girls do cyberbullying just as well. And the numbers of gamers are increasing in the women. It's 60% to 30%, 60% male to 30% women now. It used to be way lower, so the numbers are climbing. Women do cyberbullying. I've known personally women who have pretended to be other people online just to trick somebody online. Lie about who they are, you know? For all we know, these teens that did this, 2 of them may have been girls playing a character of a male that raped a girl in virtual real time. But the thing is, when we do things and we get away with it, we start to think that we can do this stuff for real. And the sad part about it is that the effects of what happened to this young teenager online caused her to have the same bodily, physiological response of a physical rape victim. How crazy is that? I believe that this girl felt violated and her body is responding to that violation. That's just like if any of you have ever had your car broken into or your home broken into or a family member stole something from you. That's a violation. You feel betrayed. It's a feeling of hurt, and then you have this distrust where you're just like, oh, are they gonna take from me? Are they gonna take from me? You get the same visceral response. And I'm glad that I was able to see this article pop up on my feed because my son loves video games. And I need to make sure that if he ever feels like somebody is being weird or pushy, well, they have Roblox and they talk crap to each other. And I think that that's healthy competition, especially amongst boys, because I'm a mom raising my boy. So I have to, put on my masculine hat sometimes and tell him it's okay. You got to learn how to clap back. You got to learn how to be witty and hit him back with the 1-2, just like they getting at you, in order for him to survive out there in the real world. But there are some weirdos out there, and there are some people that are just looking to take advantage and to do things like this. So not only do I have to teach my son to be mindful of people that mean you real harm, chatting and all that. I took the chatting feature off, but he also needs to know that that type of behavior will never be tolerated in this home. And if he ever thought that he was going to cyberbully somebody else, let alone sexually assault a character in a video game, then we got some issues. But to know and to see where the world is going and where the world is heading is so disheartening, because I am trying my best to be better all around. I'm trying my best to build up my spiritual connection with God, the Father, the creator of all of this. And at the same time, you have all of these things coming at you every single day of negativity. And it's tiring. And it's easy to say, oh, just unplug. And I can unplug, but to be honest, I'm addicted to social media. It is my thing. And I'm trying to limit it, set time limits on myself, make sure that I don't get online until after I've accomplished 1, 2, 3 first. Things like that. But it is difficult. And the things that I see that is occurring day to day, the rapes, the killings, the sexual assaults, the femicide, the suicide, the tearing apart of families, the gender divide, the Republican versus the Democrats and the liberals and the immigrants coming over here and getting $9,000 when we have homeless people here that can't get shit, and homeless veterans, and it's a lot. So all we can do is the best we can with us, but at the end of the day, it all starts here. It starts with us. We can't positively influence the world or anybody else if we don't do the work here first. It all starts here. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do the best here. That way I can impart a good example to the one thing that I am responsible for. And then he can grow up and do the same thing. But this world is crazy. There is a lot going on. A lot going on. A lot of stuff that's happening that doesn't directly affect you. But in years to come, it will affect you, whether you know it or not. And we just all have to be mindful. Anyways, my mind is drifting and I'm thinking about a whole bunch of other stuff. If you're still here, I appreciate you. Have a good one. Leave me a message. What do you guys think about the whole cyber grape attack? I think it's crazy. I mean, I think that for teenagers to even come up with the idea to do that, it's scary. That's scary. Because if you do it online and you keep doing it online and there's no repercussions for it, you may think it's okay to do it in real life and that you'll be able to get away with it. Because that's how it works. That's how our minds work. When we are able to get away with something over and over again, we think it's okay, and then we start to think that it's right.